colleges, all my dear colleagues of MVSR Engineering College, other presentees from all over the world for this webinar session, all over India for this webinar session. We warmly welcome all for a 5-day faculty development program on academic research in engineering for industry and patent, organized by CSI Hyderabad chapter, Entrepreneurship Development Cell and Innovation Cell, R&D and Consultancy Cell of MVSR Engineering College from 1st June 2020 to 5th June 2020. On academic research in engineering for now, we take privilege to integrate all the dignitaries into this 5-day faculty development program. It's our pleasure and privilege to invite our chairman, Dr. K.P. Srinivas Rao Garu, Chairman, Matrishi Education Society. We request you, sir, to address the webinar participants and share few words with us.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, all. In fact, I'm very happy to be a part of this inaugural function of this 5-day FDP on academic research and engineering for industry and patents. Quite innovative way of conducting an FDP by Innovative Cell. Thank you for that. And also, I really appreciate the efforts of the Entrepreneur Cell, the Innovative Cell, and the R&D Cell of NVSL. I also thank especially Dr. Sitaram Babu and CSI Hyderabad chapter for collaborating. I'm very sure that all the participants are into some sort of academic research. I'm sure that after this FDP, all the participants will get insights into all about engineering academic research. I was just going through the FDP program. I think it pretty much covers all the topics associated with research. I think it's designed well. And I will let you all know about how research can be designed, leading to intellectual property. I think laws around them. I think various analytic tools involved. And also about patency and academic research for industry. I wholeheartedly congratulate the entire team, especially our principal ma'am, Kantalika ma'am, convener Ashwini Kumar Garu, and co-conveners Professor Prasanna Kumar Garu and Dr. Madhavi ma'am, and coordinators Dr. Krishna Prasad and Ramadevi ma'am. And I also take this opportunity to thank the entire department coordinators also. And before I end, I would like to thank especially our my colleague Dr. Sitaram Babu Garu and CSI Hyderabad chapter for collaborating. I wish this FDP a grand success. Thank
you. Thank you, sir, for your blessing and support. Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to invite our beloved principal, Dr. G. Kanakadurga Garu, Principal MVSR Engineering College. We invite you, madam, to address the webinar participants and share your thoughts with us.
Hello.
Welcome, madam.
Recording is already recorded.
Good morning, one and all. Respected members of the management, our Honorable Chairman Dr. K.P. Srinivas Rao Garu, and member Dr. Sitaram Babu Garu, the coordinators of the 5-day FDP program, the organizers, conveners, dear participants, very warm and hearty welcome. This is a wonderful program. It is carefully planned and chalked out. 5-day faculty development webinar in collaboration with CSI Hyderabad chapter. Basically, the Research and Development and Entrepreneurship Development Cell of MBSR Engineering College have been doing pretty well the past couple of years. And the basic aim of these cells is to encourage students for product-based learning and project-based learning. So these are the two criteria we have in mind, so that the students develop their skills out of the box, that is the learning from textbooks. So we want the students to focus more on the requirements of the industry, market, and the society. Hence, the product-based learning associated with the project-based learning have been encouraged. And in the present scenario, the copyrights, intellectual property rights, and the patents have become a norm of the day. So any product we try to bring out which is innovative should definitely be told to the world that yes, I have done this. So for which a knowledge of the search engines required for IPRs, copyrights, and the legal implications, the legal issues, how to search, basic data mining, and where to go about probably should be known well beforehand before we actually launch a product. So this 5-day program, FDP, which is Academic Research in Engineering for Industry and Patents, will definitely be useful and helpful for all those researchers and students who want to become future entrepreneurs. So the students are encouraged to go for self-employment and choose it as a career rather than job seekers. Our basic motto is to mold them as job providers. So the Entrepreneurship Development Cell and Innovative Cell of the college have been working hard towards that. And
Hello.
we have a lot of support from the management.
Hello.
They have been sponsoring all innovative
Hello.
kind of projects for paper publications by both students as well as faculty. And also every year we have been organizing a project exhibition where projects from each department, 2 to 3, are being sponsored completely. So this is how we have been going ahead in the institution. And as far as the research is concerned, faculty and students are encouraged by sponsoring the papers publications. Faculty is receiving a 10,000 cash award for publishing in Scopus Index journals, as well as student papers are completely funded. So we need to keep in mind that we have to obtain funding from organizations like MSME to launch the products. We need to go with the ideas, incubate them, and then ensure that the product is launched into the market. So this is the main objective of such programs. So the EDC and RDC have already identified 15 student entrepreneurs who are encouraged and motivated. The student participation in Smart India Hackathon, more than 300 students have participated. And this shows the kind of interest and initiative the students are taking up in innovations. Students have already won prizes for solar vehicle by EEE department and quad bike vehicle, which the second year automobile students have designed and fabricated. They've received the second prize, and also many more prizes from the mechanical department, electronics, and other branches. So we have already initiated the process. Probably this 5-day FDP program will be helpful in molding our faculty and thereby encouraging the students to go for a research product. So good luck to all the organizers, and I wish the program a grand success. It is very carefully chalked out because engineering research and intellectual property rights and laws, search engine tools, patenting, and then requirements of research engineering for industry. So all these are wonderful topics which are being covered by renowned resource persons, and I wish all the participants will enjoy the sessions and also gain ample knowledge. Good luck. Thank you. Hello.
It's a pleasure to invite our convener, Professor V. Ashwini Kumar Garu, Chief Coordinator EDC, President IIC MVSR Engineering College, and Head Department of IT. We invite you, sir, to address the webinar participants and share your experience with us. Welcome, sir.
Good morning to you all. Dr. K.P. Srinivasarao Garu, Chairman, Mathrusri Education Society, Principal Dr. Kanaka Durga Garu, and my dear colleagues. Welcome to all participants. This program was conceived to fill one fundamental gap, the gap about how research can be linked to products that should take a go into the market. So we are trying to extend our general activities of research beyond what we would generally do and stop. Typically, academic engineering research ends at the stage of producing some tangible work which is of satisfaction to experts in the field. Typically, at this stage of theoretical situation. A few more steps from there would lead to a practical realization, which may end up in a competitive product in the market. So this effort of 5 days is an extension of what we would generally do as engineering research in universities. So I wish all the participants would realize a few goals that we have mentioned in our brochure about how we try to link today's engineering education, technical and other engineering education, where researchers at various levels produce some work, and that, if extended, can become useful products that can perhaps compete in the market. One word of caution: I am not suggesting that all research that we do in universities under engineering lead to patents. What I'm suggesting is some of them, if carefully thought about, can definitely make to market. So how exactly can we do it? We are going to see this next, from today onwards, next few days that follow. So with these words, I take leave. I hope you will enjoy the 5-day session. Thank you.
Dr. K. Sita Rambabu Garu, Executive Committee Member, Mathrusri Education Society, Chairman, ESI Hyderabad Chapter. We invite you, sir, to address the webinar participants and share few words with us.
Thank you very much, madam, and good morning to my colleague K.P. Srinivasarao Garu, the chairman of the Mathrusri Education Society, the principal, the faculty, and also the convener, co-conveners, and the coordinators for this program. I'm so fortunate to not only a member of the college, but also the chapter chairman of the Computer Society of India, Hyderabad. So there are actually a lot of things are happening for CSI. CSI is one such organization where it leads towards the development of the professionals, basically the computer knowledge, computer oriented and computer goal oriented people. So a lot of webinars are happening at this point in time, and CSI is part of many such programs. And the program schedule that I've gone through just now basically shows a lot of innovative things are happening here. The innovative wing of the college, MVSR Engineering College, has come up with an innovative way of teaching or providing the thought through the thought how best the intellectual properties, the copyrights, and the patenting needs to be taken care. A lot of research work is going on at this point in time. But what we need to understand is, as Ashwini Kumar Garu has said, once you cross the boundary of doing a research into a product, I think you need to understand what are the concepts of the patenting, the copyright, the intellectual properties, and basically the laws relating to or binding to those attributes. CSI, I think, has done webinars on various things. I mean, providing the knowledge, providing what you call the data information for the individuals, the students, the faculty. But this sort of information that's being provided for the faculty and the students. So if there are any in this webinar, I think it's a providing what you call the impetus for them to know beyond, I mean, what they are doing the research. I think it's excellent program that the college has come up with, and CS is also very happy to note that, and probably would take up to other webinars also to be more of innovative of such type. So I wish all the participants who are there today to have to go through with more focused attention to this new area. I think it would be, I mean, what you call a prosperous and would become, I mean, what you call a role model to many, I mean, who would be prospering tomorrow. I also thank the organization for having given me an opportunity not only speak as a member, but also the CSI chairman. I wish all the participants have a good luck and have a wonderful time here. Thank you.
Information, sir. Thank you so much. Now, it's a pleasure to invite our co-convener, Professor J. Prasanna Kumar Garu, Training and Placement Officer, Professor and Head Department of CSE. Sir, we invite you to address the webinar participants and share few thoughts with us.
Dr. Rambabu Garu, Chairman Hyderabad Chapter CSI Hyderabad Chapter, and his team members, Convener Ashwini Kumar Garu, Co-Convener Madhavi Madam, and coordinators Dr. Krishna Prasad, Ramadevi Madam, and to faculty coordinators, student coordinators, and participating faculty members and people from industry. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I take pleasure in extending a very warm welcome to this inaugural of 5-day FDP program on academic research in engineering for industry and patents from 1st to 5th June, being organized by MVSR Engineering College, EDC and Innovation Cell, R&D and Consultancy Cell, in collaboration with Hyderabad Chapter. We have taken a lot of pains to finalize eminent resource persons or speakers for this FDP. And I'm sure all the participants from faculty and industry will be benefited with all the in 5 sessions which will be organized on 5 days. And I'm sure these sessions will give a lot of insights to all the faculty regarding academic research in engineering for industry and patents. I'm sure this will self-motivate the faculty, and in return, they will probably motivate focused student community in this direction. I would like to thank management and principal for their encouragement. And also, a big thanks to CSA team led by Dr. Rambabu Garu, Chairman CSA Chapter Hyderabad, for their support. And sincere thanks to Ashwini Kumar Garu, convener, and co-convener Madhavi Madam, and coordinators Krishna Prasad, Ramadevi Madam, faculty coordinators, and student coordinators for all their efforts in making this happen. And I'm sure all the participants will experience a very informative sessions over the next 5 days. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for guiding and motivating and sharing various information with us. Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to invite our co-convener, Dr. M. Madhavi Garu, Chief Coordinator, R&D and Consultancy Cell, Professor and Head, Department of Mechanical Engineering. We welcome you, Madam, to address the webinar participants and share your thoughts. Welcome, ma'am.
Well, thank you. Am I audible, Praveena?
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. Respected dignitaries, dear colleagues and participants, very good morning to one and all, and hearty welcome to this 5-day FDP on Academic Research in Engineering for Industry and Patents. Firstly, I thank Shri Ashwini Kumar Garu and Shri Prasanna Kumar Garu for taking this initiative and start this webinar session, which is actually a first of its kind in MVSR Engineering College. Thank you very much, sir. And it's a big motivation for all of us from hereafter to take up such activities. What I see is the major advantage of such webinars is you can connect experts or professionals across the globe. We can bring them here through online and introduce them to our participants and get our participants exposed into different domains. I think this is a very big advantage. And so that we can get exposed to the outside world and the real research approaches that are happening across the globe. As I've been working in this R&D, I would like to share a few points on our research, so-called engineering research, as a need of an hour. Research in the broad terms can be understood as research, that is re-search. It means that broadly, you search in the existing system and develop a new products which can largely benefit the human beings or mankind. For example, an aeroplane is invented by watching a bird flying. A lot of research goes into it. And this product, that is the aeroplane, has a very good impact on human beings. Suppose if you think of recreating a new bird by itself, going against the laws of nature, then it is a disaster. Disaster to the planet, disaster to the human beings. What I feel is those who are in research or the beginners should know these do's and don'ts and moralities of research. Research is a philosophy by itself, and it is not a template study. Of late, unfortunately, people are rushing towards research and making it more as a template study. They draw boundaries in the very initial stage of literature survey and try to dump everything within those boundaries. And I feel that is not research. You don't end up with any contributions to neither industry nor to yourself. I hope we have carefully planned these sessions with good experts, and these experts will in turn guide you into the proper and positive research that the budding researchers or the newcomers will get exposed to it. I strongly wish the participants will drive home some important concepts regarding the research and most importantly, being more passionate towards research. Because as big people say, research is just not a degree, taking PhD, but it's more of an accomplishment. Please feel that way. It's a part only, especially when it comes to teachers, we have to take it throughout our journey, throughout our professional journey. So get tuned to it, get tuned to it. That's most important for us. And another important aspect I would like to say here is that most of us end up writing some journal papers or publish some patents. Later, they are dumped into a storage bin. At this juncture, I think these FDP lectures in these FDP will help us how to carry forward our research towards industrial applications and largely to mankind, benefit of mankind. I hope this research, proceedings, a grand success, and participants will get benefited. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Information on research and motivating us to do research activities. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to invite our coordinator, Dr. A.V. Krishna Prasad Garu, member Patent Search Group, MVSR Engineering College, Associate Professor, Department of CSE. We invite you, sir, to address the webinar participant and share the details of our FDP.
Thank you, madam. Mathrusty Education Society Honorable Chairman Dr. K.P. Srinivas Rao Garu, Executive Committee Member and CSI Hyderabad Chapter Chairman Dr. Kuruganti Sitaram Babu Garu, Principal Dr. Kanadurga Madam, Conveners Ashwini Kumar Garu, Prasanna Kumar Sir, Madhavi Madam, HODs, Professors, Organizing Team, other staff members, and distinguished participants. Good morning to everyone. I welcome you all once again to this 5-day faculty development program on academic research in engineering for industry and patents on behalf of organizing team from CSI Hyderabad chapter and MVSR Engineering College. The program main objective is encouraging academic research in engineering for industry and getting patenting. Nowadays, some people feel that research is not my cup of tea, and most importantly, patenting is not their job. As observed, we were only focusing on research, but less focus on patenting. This has costed us and continuing to cost us very badly in our India. This is the evident from the fact that our traditional practices like yoga, tulsi, turmeric, which we Indians are known from ages, are getting patented by foreigners helplessly. Our negligence is causing further loss to our next generations. One of the untold objective of this FDP is to create the required awareness in academic research in engineering and about the patenting. Today, first session speaker, Mr. Ashwini Kumar Garu, highlights on how research in engineering can be designed and how it leads to intellectual property. Second day, Swapna Sundar from IP Dome talks about intellectual property and its types and highlights the rights and responsibilities pertinent to patent law. Third day, Hari Prasad Karnam emphasizes on industrial market search, patent search, and usage of search tools related to patenting. Fourth day, most important topic, that is how to write, apply, and file the patents by Dr. PVS Giridhar Garu. Last day, on June 5th, our international speaker, Moses from West Midlands, UK, explains critical view of requirements for academic research for industry and economic wealth and pave the path for new technologies producing economic wealth. This is our 5 days program plan. As organizers, we did our best by picking up the best speakers to you. Now, it is for you to get best out of this program. I humbly request all the participants to make the right use of this program most effectively, and please do not hesitate in case you need any clarifications. The speakers will be more happy to provide the clarifications required. I once again request you all to focus on learning and getting in-depth knowledge and take lead in your college to encourage research actively and patent filing more aggressively. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for briefing us on 5-day FDP program and guiding the participants for the same. Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to invite our coordinator, Dr. M. Shri Ramadevi Garu, coordinator EDC, convener IIC MVSR Engineering College, professor and head Department of Business Management. We invite you, madam, to address the gathering and share few words with us.
Respected Chairman, sir, Dr. Sitaram Babu Garu, Principal Madam, Convener of this FDP, Professor Ashwini Kumar, sir, Professor Madhavi Madam, and all the participants from various states. Good morning, one and all. Congratulations for organizing such a nice FDP on academic research in engineering for industry and patents. I feel it is very much relevant for present scenario of innovation and research. In the light of globalization and WTO norms on patents, academicians and researchers need to have exposure to patent laws. I wish this seminar will enlighten the participants in this most sought after area and have a great learning. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam, for your encouragement and support. Thank you so much. So we thank all the dignitaries for their presence and valuable time they have given to webinar participants, and your few words has enlightened us. Thank you once again. Now, it's time to start our first session. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you. Today, we have joined in one platform in 5-day faculty development program from 1st June 2020 to 5th June 2020 on academic research in engineering for industry and patents. So let's begin with the first session on engineering research and intellectual property by Professor V. Ashwini Kumar Garu, Chief Coordinator EDC, President IIC MVSR Engineering College and Head Department of IT, and convener for this 5-day faculty development program. Professor V. Ashwini Kumar Garu is very much active in his research activities. His current research include intelligent systems, knowledge and data engineering. Worked in industry for a decade and in academics over 2 decades. He is an industry consultant across varied engineering disciplines. Now I hand over the session to the speaker. Thank you, sir. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll start off. Very good morning to you all. the first session that we have for today, the focus is on how to design our engineering research, at least a few of the research topics that we conduct at our colleges and universities, to address towards generation of a patent out of what we do. So how exactly to do this is the issue. That is the point we are trying to address. When we do academic research, we state the area of our interest, pursue the research area in terms of certain specified goals. Then at the end of a certain amount of work that we feel happy about, then we try to make a presentation to the experts saying that, look, this is our output we have done. Because of variety of reasons, we stop at that stage. And all our knowledge that we have generated stops at being present in the thesis form somewhere in libraries. Use of all this knowledge is generally, in terms of practical use of knowledge, is not generally great when we compare our work to our market or to international market and competitive worlds like US and China, their works and to the markets. So we are trying to look at this issue. What we want is, can we take a few more steps to make our work more meaningful and compete in the market? That is extending the engineering research a little more than what we were doing earlier. Focusing on what exactly is engineering research and all that. And then how do we do it? How do we do to get some patents out of it? That kind of issues, we will try to spend some more time, something like 10 to 15 minutes on it, how exactly to do it. Then I present a practical case as a part of demo or illustration of what we are saying about how we do it. If time permits, I will also take one more case for discussion. After that, at the end of this presentation, you are welcome to ask questions. You can use your chat. I'll try to respond to as many as possible. So we will start off with a few minutes on getting focused. Is my screen visible, Dr. Krishna Prasad?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So a few words I want to clarify before we start our discussion into these next 10 minutes of our presentation. I used a word called academic engineering research. We all know what engineering research is, and I just added one more word to it, academic, just to ensure that the research we do in universities, colleges, and all that, I'm calling that as academic engineering research. There are engineering research going on at other places like specifically industry research, people who are oriented towards products and developments. For example, BHEL, R&D, and so on. I'm not addressing those people. I'm addressing what happens to academic people when they try to design their research programs and what exactly they look at. So over the years, we have been talking about research as something like two parts. One is existing body of knowledge. Another is contribution to knowledge. Every researcher who says or is registered for is expected to have a base amount of knowledge or basis where the researcher is capable of further work. So I'm calling that as the basis of the researcher. That is, researcher has minimum amount of knowledge to pursue further. So when we say researcher has basis or basic knowledge required in the area, we are saying they already know. They also have a summary of the knowledge at that point of time. We call that as prior art or the state of art of engineering and technology. So this is one area the researcher must be good at. They must have, that is the prerequisite and qualification for doing research. And after that, when somebody does research, we expect the researcher to contribute. So what is this contribution? We are saying contribution to knowledge. Please underline the two words called significant, my opinion, towards the end. So a few steps that we were discussing: explore, solution, draw, transform, build, use, claim. I'll come back to these things, these steps again. We all know, but again, I'll try to see them in the light of what I want to show. Yeah, there are a few small pieces I want to show you in my hand. These are our the product that I want to show as a case in study. I am presenting the case of a simple paper clip. So I have done a paper clip. This is coming from these two items. And when we assemble them together like this, they form a pair like this. And we can use as a book. Now, we are back to our normal screen. The practical case I was mentioning, a few small items in my hand. Was that visible to you all? Mr. Prasad, please respond. Was it visible? My hand and those two small pieces. Screen visible, sir, at present. I have shown my hand with two small pieces, colored pieces. Did you see them on the screen? Those not visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It was visible.
It
Okay,
was.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I hope my audience participants have seen that product. So what I'm trying to show is this practical case I had in my mind. Now, a few questions that are related to this practical case. How did I come up with this practical case for as a demonstration or illustration for showing how our research will lead to a product like this? Now I am addressing a major chunk of participants who are mechanical engineering background. One area in engineering, mechanical engineering, is tribology. Tribology deals with friction and wear, more particularly in the context of surfaces. So some serious work going on as research in this area called tribology, which is a part of mechanical engineering. Today's scenario is you can design surfaces in terms of dictating what should be the friction properties and wear properties. So if you choose the material and choose the texture, that is surface roughness, you can actually design and produce to that effect. Now there are variety of materials available, variety of production processes available. With that background, if there are researchers in this tribology area who has shown a relationship between surface roughness to friction to wear, then they will now look at this product that I have shown as an outcome of their research work. Many outcomes can come, one small but significant outcome. What I have shown is two simple plastic items that are designed and produced on a 3D printer. For this purpose, I have done it in the morning. It took about 6 minutes plus 4 minutes, about 1 gram, half a gram of material, the polylactic acid PLA, and the tolerances put for a tight fit. And you have got a good tight fit, which will hold the bunch of papers that I have shown on my hand. Two red buttons with a bunch of papers. They were holding the papers together because I have punched holes in these papers and inserted these two parts which make up the clip. Now, where is the invention in this? I'm claiming this is a product that is not available in the market. We have a variety of things in the market to hold papers. So you have a clip, you have varieties of clips, you have spiral bound things and so on. But this kind of thing is not available in the market. So when I said do research keeping industry and market in mind, I was extending not only our engineering background of tribology, we were extending back into market through our products available in the market. So the research that you are supposed to do while searching is addressing two more areas other than tribology. We are addressing what is happening in the market, who are the people who are producing various things using this background, tribology. So you have come out with now a solution to hold papers together. Solution looks like innovative. I have talked to the patent attorneys who will be attending to you in next few days. They will also analyze this case. I will share this case with them. They will analyze and share with you as to what is the potential of this particular case as a patent. But please remember, anything that is disclosed in public cannot be applied for a patent. Because I have shown you the product, most probably the product is not patentable now. If it was patentable, still I did not disclose it to you. But anyway, my interest is to demonstrate that how a new application can come from tribology, how I can design a product, and how these products can be applied in practical use in our lives, and how much does it impact us in terms of its value. Now, you can make out what happens if I use these things as a solution to put papers together and carry. You can easily now extend your thinking. Uh, you do not have any such thing. Any entrepreneurs among my participants here right now would immediately realize that, at least in India, we do not have such a thing in the market, particularly for papers being held together. Again, particularly in the new scenario of pandemic, where people are not supposed to go anywhere. So if you have a 3D printer with you, you can print, or if 1 in 10 friends have one, they can print and parcel it to the others for use. So we do not have to really go to a binder. Definitely, this has got a market, so entrepreneurs will definitely jump at it. So now, going into the details of how to apply for a patent, there are certain fixed kind of rigid kind of format the patent application expects us to do. One of them is give a background. Give a background uh, about give a background about what we know about the state of affairs. This is a part of our patent also. This also is a part of our research work. Similarly, the patent expects us to tell what exactly is the solution we are offering as a part of our abstract. And definitely it expects us to draw. A lot of drawings are required. You can sketch a isometric view of all the items that we have shown. And we should have the skill to convert the drawings into practical components. I have put this on a 3D printer, so this is the transformation part of it. Then assemble the components is very easy to assemble. Just insert one into the other. You will hold the papers together. So this is the assembly part of it. Finally, I can carry the papers without papers being spilling all around and coming out of the clip. So that doesn't happen. So use is very good. As far as I have my experience goes, it is working very well. Now, the final part of the patent is a claim. What exactly is that we want to be protected? That has to be spelled out in clear terms. So if we have some original contribution, that is whatever original we think it is not available in the market that we have provided now, and what are the various aspects of each of the components that we have built, and also the complete assembly, then we can write a proper claim. So if you do all these steps, you have completed writing a proper patent application. Of course, the final day, fourth day, our patent attorney will take us through the various stages that we are showing right now here. But this gives you a bird eye view of what exactly it involves to do research and also to contribute to a part of that research towards development of a product that we can introduce competitively into a market. So I just showed a scenario where there is a need, the market doesn't have this kind of thing, students need this clip, and other clips are available, but they have got their own disadvantages. This has got its advantage. And if you put these two things together and produce in mass production, the cost per item will be very, very low. You can do all that computations, or if you are interested, please contact me. I will give you all the details as to how to produce, how to do mass production at very low cost and all that, and how to go about actually marketing this. So thank you for your time, and I'm extremely sorry that I had lots of interruptions at my end. There was power shortages and some system crashes and all that. I'm sorry for that. I'll be with you for next 4 days also. I'll try to bring to you a few more practical cases of interest to you. And I want you to be connected to me. Krishna Prasad will do the proper follow-up, and I'll be in touch with you. You can ask a few questions. I'll try to answer them now.
Yeah, Srikumar Garu, move to this side.
Hello.
Yeah, actually,
Sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you one question. Actually, when you are looking for this patent, what sort of component or equipment that we can put forward?
We can patent any product. So the product I am saying is a clip. Clip
Okay.
has got two parts.
Okay.
One gets inserted into the other,
Right.
and in between, when we put a punched whole punched paper or bunch of papers, they are held together. They will not move out of the assembly. So you can think as though it is a binder. It will bind the set of papers together, and it will not allow the papers to fall off. If you remember, there are edge clips. If you put the paper into the edge clips, after a few times, the papers will slip off the edge
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah.
Whereas here, there is no such danger, and we can use it one hole punch. You can use one pair of clips, or you can have a number of holes and then put any n such pairs and then do a binding of bunch of papers.
So that means some innovative thought must be there in that, innovative effort in that.
Yeah, innovation will be judged from the point of view of what is the state of art in the market. So I survey the market and I find a variety of clips, and then there is none like this, and it offers competitive economic advantage. It offers. I'll just make a quick computation for you. This is going to weigh about a half a gram, and if you do in plastic, it costs us about 30-40 rupees. 30 NP or so, depending upon what material we choose. If it is biodegradable, as I mentioned, PLA, it is costing about 1200 rupees per kg, and half a gram is what is required. We can make quick computation and check how much it costs if we go this route. And particularly if we are doing 3D printing, it will cost you have to add the overhead cost of machine and other things. Then obviously it will cost us something like 25 NP or so plus overheads. But that is what when we do a few pieces on a 3D printer. 3D printer is not a production device, production plant. What we have to do is we have to plan for a production plant where the cost of each item will drop down drastically to fraction of a paisa or a few paisa. So then it becomes competitive in the market. It is possible to compete. That is what is the idea.
The mass production what is required. And
for mass production, we need a die, wherein plastic injection molding die. Maybe we have multiple cavities and do injection. In one injection, you might produce 100 pieces, 100 pairs of pieces like this. And in a shift, you would produce a few lakhs of pieces, something like that. So then it becomes competitive.
That actually is quite informative for us, all of us to know what are the parameters that are required for going ahead with the patenting, and this is helped us a lot. Thank you very much for your talk.
Thank you, sir.
So any more questions, please? Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So thank you,
Yeah,
sir, for
the
yeah,
two clips I was mentioning is again being presented. These are the two parts of one clip. This is the base part of the clip. This is the top part of the clip. So take this base, put a paper with hole onto it like this, then insert the top like this. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope this is what is the a very simple device. You can remove, again reuse these things.
I have a question, sir.
Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, if during the process of the product development, if this idea is known to others, then if they copy that idea, then how to prevent it?
No, we cannot go for a patent if if the knowledge is in public domain.
No,
For
sir, once
example,
you read this top and bottom clip,
yeah,
then like somebody might have done it because like we own on our own, we cannot do this. Making of the clips
I
and all.
didn't understand.
So for making the
You mean to say
kind of-
let me understand your question. You are saying you know how to draw it, but you do not know how to do it.
Yes,
So
sir,
you
yes,
go
sir.
to others to make it. The other guy who makes it will go ahead and then claims a patent. That's what you are saying.
Correct, correct. Yes, sir.
In that situation, what to do?
Yes, agree, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah, my solution is like this. We have to enter into an agreement with anyone whose services we are going to take. For example, same question also appears. You are trusting your attorney, let's say, and the attorney goes ahead and then does it. Similar scenario, like he offers a service, but he doesn't do for us. He does it for himself. Then how to protect ourselves? So all those cases, including the one that you mentioned, we have to enter into an agreement that they will not claim, and they should know what we are trying to do, and they are not supposed to claim. Their role is only to do what we ask them to do. So that is how generally people do it.
How does this agreement look like? It is a standard.
Yeah, it should be a legal document. All agreements are legal documents, legal agreements, enforceable in court of law.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Is trying to reach us or anyone else is trying to reach?
Yes, sir. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. So shall we wind up the session, sir?
No further questions?
Yes. Any questions, please?
Ramadevi madam was trying to.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So no further queries?
Queries. Yes, sir. Okay. So
Have you checked up, madam?
Sir.
From the participants, did you check up the chat?
So Murali Krishna sir is checking, sir.
Sir, no questions are asked in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for explaining on engineering research in relation to engineering, technology, and market with a practical case. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, thank you for your patience listening and sorry for the inconvenience in technical issues. So we would like to move further for session 2, that is for the day 2 on 5-day faculty development program from 1st June 2020 to 5th June 2020. So I would like to brief you about tomorrow's session, day 2 faculty development program on intellectual property and laws by Swapna Sundar lawyer and director, IP Dome. The speaker will be focusing on nature and types of IPs, provisions of patent law highlighting rights and responsibilities. So the Day 2 Faculty Development Program will start at 11:30 a.m. I request all the webinar participants to join the session by 11:15 a.m. Thank you, participants.